ABC News contributor and former UK national security official Steve Hill has more on this. Steve, thanks for coming back on. So Iranian officials are accusing Trump of repeating false claims about their nuclear program. He talked about the U.S. strike on Iran, saying it made this ceasefire possible. The Iranian foreign minister says his statements about what happened are a justification of joint crimes by Israel and the United States. Do you think Iran could provoke a breakdown of this ceasefire deal?
I think Iran will want to provoke a breakdown, but their capabilities have been massively diminished. They're not really saying anything new. I think one of the more interesting parts of President Trump's response yesterday was that he was framing Gaza issue in the broader Middle Eastern sense. He was offering Iran an opportunity at the highest level that there was a road forward for peace. And the Iranian position has been not very receptive up to now, but they don't have many choices.
You say the success of President Trump's plan lies in part in its ambiguity and lack of detail. Those sound like bad things. So why do you think they're helping here?
Well, I think in these sort of peace processes, there is some advantage where you have language, as we had in the UK, in Ireland, for Northern Ireland in the peace process, that both sides can agree to, but they have slightly different interpretations of what it might mean going forward. And the more detailed you get, the more difficult it is to have that ambiguity. Both sides yesterday were claiming victory, and that in a way allows both sides to keep their domestic audiences on side, and so it becomes more difficult as you move forward, but it is a process. I think that's why, for example, the British experiences in Northern Ireland have been quite helpful in the framing of the 20-point plan.
So what will it take to get to and through the next phase of this deal?
It's going to be difficult. I think a lot of the analysts have got beyond the euphoria of yesterday, and we are still celebrating the massive step forward that it was, but it was only the first step. It does not represent peace in the Middle East. It does represent a triumph for that style of diplomacy that President Trump has espoused, which is through absolute strength and pushing both sides towards a resolution. But we now have to get beyond the situation, which we're already seeing some breakdowns. Remember, already we've seen the IDF killing some people in Gaza. We've seen Hamas killing more people. We've seen the issue of the dead bodies not being returned. The question is there the determination and the political will to push forward, notwithstanding that, those failures on both sides, those violations on both sides, or will extremists on either side use that as an excuse to try and derail the process? And certainly the Iranians will be part of those voices trying to derail.
All right, Steve Hill, always great to have you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.